every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
All right, welcome everybody to Spanos Stadium here on the campus of Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. This is Mark Lee, joined by Sean O'Brien.
Hello.
And we've got the number 12 ranked Chapman Panthers taking on the 14 ranked Cal Poly Mustangs tonight for a little Friday night lights action. Vaughn Collins for Cal Poly on the opening faceoff is able to
couldn't quite
control the ball and win the possession from a ground ball from Adam Siegel, and we're off.
So I think it's going to be a good event for seeing faceoffs. Both teams have some faceoff strengths. Cal Poly last week against San Diego seemed to win the faceoffs, but not actually secure the ball for offense as often. Tonight, so far, Cal Poly seems to have won the faceoff and got an offense. So
that'll be an interesting matchup, Sean, because Vaughn Collins for Cal Poly, not the biggest guy in the field, but Torrey, I believe it is. Yeah, Eric Torrey.
And we got the score.
Number 8, we have talking about face-off guys. I missed it.
Jamison just popped one in from probably about 20 yards out. Nice. I think it was a bounce shot, just hooked the net.
Looks like it was Widmer on the shot. And Cal Poly takes the early 1-0 lead. That's Collins back out, as well as Torrey. And I was saying that Collins is not the biggest guy in the world, but Torrey's even smaller. Yeah. So this would be one of the few matchups that Torrey can kind of physically dominate, as well as quickness.
Poly maintains the ball, but the LSM being chased wildly on the field. He has control. He's going to try to dish off to one of his teammates as soon as somebody can get open for him. There we go.
Good handle from Cole Kelly, the LSM on the wing, getting through the Panther pressure, and Mustangs will settle in for their second possession, looking to get out to an early, to increase that early lead.
I think this is the first game we've had in Spanos Stadium in quite a while for Cal Poly, and for those watching the game here, it's the yellow lines we're playing with. So it should be pretty easy to pick up. White lines are obviously football lines.
Yeah, it's a nice, obviously a nice place for a game. We haven't had the chance to get in here. Hopefully everything goes well. You'll get to see the Madden Center on the other sideline.
Ripper
shot.
Number 17.
Chapman, the lefty, goes wide. Mustangs maintain possession. But yeah, there's a giant new building, the Madden Center, that's full of windows. So hopefully everything remains intact during this game.
There's a shot.
Outside whip from Widmer. Off target.
Well, I think I spoke with Coach Morgan from Cal Poly earlier, and he said that after the
Redford dished to Widmer. Nice save. Nice save from Shugart, the Panther goalie.
And he's got a high save percentage, so he's going to be tough to get by.
Yeah, he's a sophomore out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and he took the bulk of the time. He saw the bulk of the time last year as well as a freshman. Yeah. So he's an experienced goalie despite just being a sophomore. And
he's not very imposing in the goal either. But
no, he is absolutely not a large character, which sometimes means little as a goalie. Another good save from Shugart. This time he catches it cleanly, and the Panthers go on their first clear attempt and try to get their first offensive possession.
So the Panthers have a pretty young offense. I think most of them are freshmen and a few sophomores as well. So both teams are pretty young at these positions, and we'll see how well they match up.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a battle between two strong defensive and two young offenses trying to figure out, how they're gonna approach things. Chapman's off to a 2-1 start, but did drop a game to TCU, which seems unusual for the program of the caliber of the Panthers, but it's early, so we don't know. Maybe TCU's better than they have been in the past. Obviously, Mustangs are 3-1 with the recent loss to the Aztecs.
Nice shot off the post. So I spoke with the Panthers coach, Joel Kalas, and he was telling me that I'd looked at some of the stats, and against TCU, they had a pretty rough third period, and he mentioned to me that there were often that the third period is a rough one for the Panthers, so they're going to see if they can make some corrections there.
Yeah, that was a shot by Shugart off the pipe. Oh, a nice
that was a good look.
That was Sackman, who's known for his outside shooting, with the dish. And I think that was Redfern on the finish.
Redfern, yeah, he was right on the doorstep. He got everybody looking at him. He wound up to take a shot. Everybody stopped, paused, and Redfern was right on the doorstep. And
yeah, nice face dodge from Redfern. And yeah, just an easy finish on the doorstep.
Okay, so this is the third face-off of the evening. I'd like to keep stats on this. Cal Poly's won the first two, so.
Oh, Torrey had control, but it was Cole Kelly again with the GB for the Mustangs. Again, looks like they're gonna try to pressure the LSM, but he gets out of it again. Early timeout for Morgan.
Cal Poly. So Cal Poly has so far picked up all three of the faceoffs, and I think that's going to be a key stat of the game tonight.
Yeah, so back to that last goal, Sean. That was Tristan Sackman. He's listed as a junior, but it's his first year on the team out of Vista del Lago High School up near Sacramento. He had 9 goals and 0 assists coming into the game. So for him to make that face dodge and get the assist, his first assist of the season, that's a good sign for the Mustangs offense.
Well, my guess is that the scouting report for Chapman against Cal Poly was that he's a shooter. So as soon as he starts winding up, he gets all the attention. So had a free feed at the crease.
Yeah, that was nice look.
I was going to talk about Coach Morgan. I discussed with him, coach from Cal Poly, that the game last week against San Diego, Coach thought they were pretty well prepared coming into the game, but I think what I saw, Mark, was that they got a good punch in the mouth, Cal Poly did, from San Diego, and they did not respond. They didn't know how to take that aggression. Coach Morgan said that they've talked about that with the team. They understood what happened, and they are well prepared. They had a great week of practice. So they're coming out, they know what they need to do, and I think so far they've had the aggressive stance on offense. I talked with Chris Nespor, the assistant coach who takes care of the defense, and he says the defense crew is ready to go too. So I think it's going to be maybe it's time for Cal Poly to punch Chapman in the mouth and see how they respond.
Yeah, this is game number 5 of the season, but the Cal Poly offense, they lost a lot of production from last year, so it's going to take time to figure out
which team shows up.
Yeah, and who's going to be the initiator, who's going to be the finisher, and sometimes that's going to have to change game to game depending on how the defense approaches things.
And clearly offense is not a one-man sport, it's a team sport, so they got to make sure they work together. And it'd be nice to be able to see that here in Cal Poly tonight.
Got a
getting
timeout
a 1-4-1
on the field for equipment. That's Copeland with the ball, top center. Going to go for a little initiation dodge. Feeds backside to a wide open
on the doorstep. That was a good shot, a little high bouncer. So Panthers pick up the ball on the end line.
Yeah, pass was maybe a little high, which means Hagman had to go up for it, but it's a good look. Just no backup after the missed shot. But
I don't think I saw the 1-4-1 last week from Cal Poly, so they got something new to show. That's good for them.
Yeah, they can get looks like that. Then because last week, there were few assisted goals, so it's looking like they're trying to initiate a little bit more and then look for cutters on the backside. Panthers settle in for their second offensive possession. That's Rocco Reginelli, one of the returning high scorers. Again, another young offense, just like the Mustangs. That's Reginelli with the shot, bounces over the cage.
Coach Morgan also mentioned to me that Chapman just is a shot machine. They're not afraid to shoot and shoot often and shoot hard, and they do well by just continuing to put the ball on cage.
It's Champion on the drive from below GLE, shoots wide. He's their leading scorer at the moment. Again, only 4 games into the season.
So if we can have, is it Schoen or Shane? Schoen?
Goalie is Shane.
Shane. If we can get Shane to have a good game out there, then that'll.
That's Reginelli with another shot. This one on target. That was a pretty nice little skip pass to the middle of the field.
It's a 15-yard shot, dead top center. So.
Yeah, definitely from a good spot on the field, and a good placement on the shot, offside shoulder on Shane, and he couldn't get there. We've got Collins and Torrey back out, taking the draw. Torrey got it out quick, picked up by the Panthers.
Chapman picks their first faceoff up. Oh, not able to get it to settle offense, not getting it stripped, and then boom. See if Cal Poly can.
Hagman trying to fight his way through 4 Panther players, and he isn't able to do it.
Well, that's what the game's going to be tonight. It's going to be a fight between.
That might have been a little high, and there is
there goes
a flag.
I think it's going to be a push from behind. I don't think it's going to be to the head. So it's flag down. Panthers still maintain possession of the ball until they either lose possession or score.
Yeah, penalty coming on the Mustangs.
Well, there's 3 flags down. I'm not sure if it's all for the same event or different events. That'll all get straightened out soon.
That's Cutler with the ball.
Shot and score.
Holden Walker on the outside rip.
Another 15-yarder right at top dead center. So if these are technical fouls, they all get wiped off. If they're personal fouls, then there will be somebody in the box. We'll see what the officials say.
Yeah, defensively they were supporting that one from the adjacent, and really didn't look like he needed to go. I thought the defense was in good shape. Kind of created some offense for the Panthers on that one by sliding when he didn't need to. We'll take a look at the replay. Another high offside shot.
Let's see what we have from the official standpoint.
Does look like it's getting wiped out. No,
it was a
no,
cross
it's
check. That's a tough call. Okay, it's cross check. So he is going to sit a minute in the box. So Cal Poly will start a face-off with man down. And if one of these guys has to come off the field, I believe. Yeah, come on, 77.
So this is a big face-off. So
if they wanted to, they could bring somebody from the.
Not anymore. No, they
can't.
can't.
These new rules.
Yeah, it changes fairly regularly. So yeah, if Collins could win this, which he can't, would have been nice because it would have taken a lot of time off of the EMO for the Panthers. But they're going to cycle in their extra man unit now. Looks like Coach Callis is going to get a timeout to try to take advantage of this penalty. So we're about halfway through the first quarter. Plenty of action so far. Mustangs with the first 2 goals. Chapman with the next 2 goals. And Chapman is going to have the ball with an extra man opportunity.
Probably for another 45 seconds or so.
Yeah, we can see the shot clock from where we are, but we don't have a penalty time. So we'll just have to take a guess.
That's right, because that actually started at 80 seconds with the man down. So 10 seconds have run off the penalty, so they have another 50 seconds left. So it looks like the game clock will be down at 7:01 for the release of the penalty, unless Chapman scores. If Chapman scores, then the penalty gets waived. Now, Mark, if Cal Poly scores, does that also waive the penalty?
No.
Okay, it's only if the offended team scores will the penalty get released. Oh.
So far we've seen some nice outside shooting from Chapman. Nothing overly complicated or fancy on their offense. Just
they're running a 2-2, and they just get the ball top dead center. They've got a rocket. So
yeah,
I mean if it's shielded, that's a tough shot to save, but it really should be a savable shot from 15 yards if you're staring it down.
So they're in a 2-3-1 here on the EMO. Now they go into a little rotation. That's shot by Adam McDonald. Misses wide, but staying Panthers.
That's a tough angle shot for being man up to take. You had a man right on him. I'm not sure that'd be a shot I'd take.
Moving the ball through X. There's Champion with the ball. Passes it up top.
Same shot, same angle.
Another shot by McDonald. Another
wide
shot
again.
wide.
You know, my guess is that's a shot he can hit from time to time. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah, he's one of their leading return scorers. Hasn't had a lot of points this year, but he had a good amount last year. Oh, nice inside move. Who was that? That was Ethan. That was Rosselli on the little dump right at the doorstep at GLE. off the little. I think technically the penalty had cleared, but the defender wasn't actually back yet.
Yeah.
So the Mustangs hadn't marked up 6v6. And Chapman get one, again, not technically on the extra man, but because of the extra man.
We have another face-off again. We got who's down on the faces.
Collins and Torrey again. So, yeah, it looks like Torrey's just going for the quick rake out to the wing, and it's been effective the last 2 times.
So we're all knotted up with 3-and-3 face-offs. So we're trying to harass the LSM with the ball.
Yeah, Cal Poly trying to apply some of the same pressure the Panthers were on the face-offs. Their LSM's able to get out of it as well.
So Panthers getting into a settled offense here, getting their personnel on to get 6-on-6. What do they got? They have a 2-1-3.
Reginelli to Wardell. Wardell's a freshman out of Los Angeles.
Giving him a lane dodge here.
Reginelli down the lane. Oh,
on
dish
the
on the
doorstep.
backside. Oh, good handle from, I think that was Wardell. Good patience. A lot of times people will panic when they catch the ball that close to the goal, but he did not pay the price and was able to hold on to the ball, fake out the defender, fake out Shane, the goalie, and put another one in.
Well, so now we got 4-2 Chapman. We'll see if Cal Poly can get an offensive run themselves here.
Yeah, it looks like they've made a little adjustment, bringing the LSM closer to this wing guy so he can't just fling the ball to him. It was Torrey that had control of it briefly, but he couldn't do anything with it. Mustangs have a chance to pick it up, but can't do
Mustangs
it.
going to Chapman.
Could have been a push from behind, but it was minor, so not surprised they let it go.
Yeah, last week and so far this week, they've let a lot of just minor things go, which I'm pretty happy about so far. Let them play. Oh, Cal Poly can capitalize if they can. Can they have men? Oh, they're going to pull it out and get themselves on a settled offense. I don't hate that decision at all. I think they need to spend some time on offense and get it settled in.
Mishandled clear without really any pressure, and we weren't able to see the TCU Panther game, but what we'd heard that they struggled with clearing, so we weren't sure if that was due to something TCU had done, 10-man or something, or just Panther mistakes, and that was definitely a case of just a Panther mistake.
Definitely an unforced error for sure.
Acevedo down the wing.
Pushing around, drive, pass. Oh.
And that's the kind of mistakes that the Mustangs made last week that really cost them.
Okay, off of Chapman going Poly.
Yeah, they're able to fight to get the ball back, but they really got to clean that up. I counted at least 10 unforced errors on offense last week from rewatching that game. Uncontested throwaways that just can't happen. And if you want to win games as a top 20 team or against a top 20 team.
Cal Poly just did not look settled at all last week. So far, they seem pretty comfortable. I hope they can handle the ball. They don't seem rattled. They seem to be playing with their head up and making passes. Oh, good defensive check.
Acevedo is dispossessed.
Okay,
nice
we have
check from the Panthers and a little 54 action. See if the Panthers take advantage of it.
Smart move by the LSM to not actually try to shoot it. He backed it out and gave it to the offense.
Yeah, Mills, LSM for Panthers, definitely wanted to shoot it, but didn't have his hands free. Good slide from the Mustangs defender.
Good disciplined play right there.
Drive down the wing. Yeah, it looks a bit like a 2-2-2, right? They're moving in and out quickly, so it's not exactly a super settled formation. Nice look, and that might have been Shane's first save of the game, and he's been solid in his first year starting. So good to get him on the
get one of the books there for sure.
That's
not his finest.
Little ambitious outlet pass. Turnover goes to the Panthers. So we've seen some good things from both teams so far, and some unforced errors from both teams as well.
I think it's the team that has fewer unforced errors is going to be the victor here. Not
Feed
be a
to
whole
the
lot
middle.
of room. There we go.
That was a nice finish from Cutler.
A real good handle.
Yeah, he had his back turned, but was able to get the release quick and get the shot off.
He was in traffic, maintained poise, just did a nice turnaround and underhanded it with a bounce shot. So Cal Poly's goalie had very little chance of getting that one. That was probably about a 7-yard shot. And when you're that close, it's really hard to keep your eye on the ball.
Yeah, Mustang defenders they're going to have to put a little more physical nature into that slide, because if you are able to get that shot off from that close without being on the ground, then it's a little
Okay,
soft.
Cal Poly needs to, let's get a little control of the ball. It was not pretty, but that evens up the faceoffs, 4-4. Wow.
Zimajewski drops the ball, but he's able to collect his own dropped ball. They're putting a little pressure on him.
Flag down. I think there's a offsides on Poly. It's going Chapman.
Oh, offsides on Poly. Yeah, so it's not a flag. It's just a change of possession. That hurts. Poly really needs an offensive opportunity to try to claw a little bit closer right now before this.
Yeah, that'd be worth reviewing on the film afterwards to see if they had somebody in the box for substitution or what happened there.
Just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's going to get to a 2-2, kind of a closed set.
Holden Walker dishes it off to Rosselli. Mustangs bailed out by the pipe.
That was a nice shot. That was a good move on number 2.
Yeah, he was able to fight through the traffic. He almost got caused turnover, but then once he got through it, he was able to get a nice shot off. And just got hit the pipe. It's Kelly covering the ball. Quick double team from the Mustangs.
Well, good. Harassing him is a good thing for defense to be doing right now.
Cutler with the ball. Shot by Walker, saved by Shane.
If Shane can be making those kinds of saves, that bodes well for Poly for sure.
Picked up by Perry, but the Mustangs struggle to
I got swat out of the air by the Panthers now. There needs to be some discipline here.
Spivey with the ball. Mustangs, it's not exactly pretty, but they're able to clear. Oh, and Spivey has the shot.
Not a backup there.
Yep.
Cal Poly needs to figure that out. They got to get people behind the cage in order to get those backup shots.
So much like the game against the Aztecs last week, their Panthers are applying some pressure in the middle of the field. If the Mustangs can break the pressure, they get some great looks like they just did on that one.
Push from behind, going Panthers. That's fine. There's a loose ball push from behind, and the ref called that right.
Panthers have 17 seconds to try to get a shot off before the quarter wraps up. Not sure if they know that they're down to 10 seconds. Now it seems like he's figured it out. Looking for somebody.
2, 1,
Wardell. Oh, that should be a penalty.
For shooting after the whistle?
That was well after the whistle. And it hit the goalie. Yeah, so that was well after the horn sounded. You're really not supposed to shoot the ball because obviously,
Is that a relatively new rule? I'm not.
Oh no, that's. I mean, it'd be. I don't know what the exact call would be. Could even be unsportsmanlike, but it's certainly been, I know it's been called on us before. All right, so Mustangs jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Chapman roared back and put 5 straight in, and we've got the Panthers with a 5-2 lead. Faceoffs have been roughly even. Both goalies have looked pretty good in spots. Shane maybe didn't start off great, but has made saves since then. And both teams have made some unforced errors. So like you said before, Sean, I think it's which team is going to kind of limit those as much as possible and play some clean lacrosse. Probably going to be the one that takes this victory home at the end of the day.
And we'll see whether Chapman can come out of halftime and actually have a better third period than they have in the past. That's going to be a critical thing for the Panthers to have resolved if they want to win this game, because Cal Poly can come out and be a second half team for sure.
Yeah, they've started off strong, and in fact, even the game they lost against the Horned Frogs, I believe TCU is, they were up 7-4 at half. But let's see how this second quarter goes before we worry about that.
But I'm interested to see how the poise of Cal Poly, while it's a dogfight going on now, how they respond, whether they bear down and rise to the occasion, or whether they just fall apart. So my money's on them doing well in the second period.
I think the tough thing for a young offense when you've let a few goals in and you're a few down is still being patient on offense. So, if they can pick their opportunities in transition, if the Panthers are pressuring them, there's going to be some looks early in the possession, but if those aren't there, then they got to settle up and work for better shots than they did against the Aztecs. So far tonight, the shots they've taken have actually been good ones. They just haven't gotten enough opportunities.
So we're even up on the face-offs, 4-4 so far the first period. We'll see how that continues.
Yeah, and
the
it's
teams
the
will switch ends of the field, and we're ready to get started.
Same duo out there with Collins versus Torrey.
Torrey gets the ball, maintains possession, and now I think that's a good, clean face-off for Chapman.
Since Torrey run it backwards, the Panthers will have to clear the ball. We'll see if they can,
They hit their LSM.
That was a good snag from the LSM, but not exactly the look you're going for as the Panthers, and they may not come out of it.
Number 12.
Yeah, Cutler's able to spin through traffic and maintain possession. But they definitely they look a little vulnerable in the clearing game. So we'll see if Cal Poly can crank up the pressure on the rides to create some turnovers. Reginelli on the drive gets knocked down.
I think he tripped over his own feet. Because if he got tripped, that would have been a penalty.
Cal Poly with the clearing opportunity up to Siegel. He's going to leg it across the midline.
They seem like a pretty organized clear for Cal Poly. It's get themselves onto a settled offense.
Yeah, so nothing early in the offensive transition game. So now let's work for a high quality shot. See if we can get one in against the Panthers.
Doing an alley drive, shot and scored.
Or just drive down the alley and shoot, Sean. That works sometimes too.
Sometimes it goes, right?
That's Zimajewski on the alley drive, not uncontested, but unassisted goal.
Well, he drove down about a 10-yard shot, and the goalie was staring at him. He just made a good play. Good for him. And good for Cal Poly. Cal Poly 3, Chapman 5. Our face-off guys are going to get a lot of work out today.
Yeah, and at this point, we haven't seen any other people getting in there, so it might be a one-on-one battle the whole night. Of course, if anybody violates, they'll have to sit out at least one, but it's looking like it's going to be Collins versus Torrey all night long. Ursino trying to battle through the pressure, and he can't do it.
So they won the face-off, and they got the ball into their offensive side, but didn't get a chance to get a settled offense. They still win the face-off, but now Cal Poly has an opportunity to capitalize on the possession.
Shane with the long outlet pass to Spivey.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, that was good pass. Shane's looked good in his first year starting, as both in the cage and on the outlets on the clearing passes.
Well, so far what I'm seeing with Cal Poly's offense is their poise. They got down a little bit. They're not trying to rush anything right now. They're not thinking they got to solve the puzzle really quickly. They just got to run their offense and get into it. That's what Coach Morgan said their practice this week was all about. Moving pick.
That seemed a little tight, but yeah. So that's Copeland called for the moving pick, turnover, ball to the Panthers. And we got a little 3-on-1 fast break opportunity. Nice slide from, I think that's, Jordy Martinez to prevent the clean shot.
Both Cal Poly and Chapman are working hard to get their personnel on the field during the transition. Now they're getting into a settled 6-on-6. They're in a 1-3-2 set offense, or 2-3-1. Now moves to 2-2.
Yeah, for the most part, it looks like wing dodges or dodges up top with a couple guys in the middle that pick off each other. So a little 2-2-2 action for the most part, but it's a fluid offense, so they're not going to sit in any one set for a long time, doesn't look like.
Cal Poly seems to be doing a good job on defense right now, getting aggressive with their guys.
Outside
nice save.
Yeah, outside shot from Walker. Save Shane.
Far outside shot.
Yeah, that was a little ambitious, I'd say. Much like that pass, but it connects. They connect.
Yeah, that shot won't show well in films on Monday. Okay, Cal Poly's working on getting their personnel on. Do we get taking an opportunity?
To Redfern.
Shot and score, baby!
And that's the kind of early offense that is there at times because of the aggressive play by the Panthers between the box. So that was Seamus Marley that got the long outlet pass from Siegel, got through some traffic, got the ball to Chapman Redfern on the wing, who just had a one-on-one with a lot of open space, which you're never going to tell an attackman not to take. So
taking something like that, you capitalize on the opportunity. He saw that there wasn't anybody to slide to him, and he just pushed past his guy and took the opportunity, took the risk.
Right, and that's the risk when you're running those pressure rides, right? Is if they can break it, then there's a lot of one-on-one space, a lot of green, as we say, in the open field. Nice pickup from Spivey.
Okay, so Cal Poly wins the face-off. Can they get in on settled offense? Looks like they're going to be able to make it.
Spivey sees a lane, but wisely decides to go to Redfern because it was closing quickly.
So Cal Poly is getting their personnel on and getting into their settled offense.
So after that second quarter break, Mustang answered the 5-goal run from Chapman with a 2-goal run of their own so far.
Oh, could not handle the ball. It was right on the doorstep.
Yeah, that was Hauser to Murray Osborne. Murray Osborne couldn't get the shot off.
Now the question is, can they actually clear the ball? If Cal Poly puts a hard ride on there, can they get it across and get in there settled in? We'll see.
Yeah, I like the pressure that Redfern and Widmer have been putting on. They do a nice job on the ride.
Looks like the Panthers were able to successfully clear the ball, and now they're working on getting their personnel on the field to set their offense going. That was a nice clear on Panthers' part.
Wing dodge Wardell. Doesn't see anything in the middle, so he gets it down to Champion. Good solid defense from Martinez.
Doing a lane dodge, pass it back to X, see if they can get some movement. Cal Poly defense seems to be in good positioning, not giving the Panthers their offense. Nice defense and a wide shot after a check on the stick.
Yeah, a little trail check sent Cutler's shot wide.
That was good defense, good sliding on Cal Poly's part, kept Chapman from taking a shot from 5 yards out. They have shot clock violation. It's going to go to Cal Poly, and they get to run, get down in their offense. Oh,
that's going to be a trip, you would think.
There's a flag, it'll be a trip.
But Siegel's able to maintain possession for now. That's Copeland with the spinning ground ball. Showing some space. They're going to have, nice catch from Hagman. Don't know if that was where the feed was actually supposed to go to, but it got all the way through to to Widmer on the backside, but Widmer couldn't put the ball past. What's the? Was it Shugart? Yeah, Shugart, the Panther goalie. That was a frenetic little play, but it's going to end up with Cal Poly getting a minute.
So number 6 on the Panthers gets a trip call. That's a 1-minute personal foul. So Cal Poly gets man up for 1 minute.
Yeah, nice opportunity to knot the game up at 5 here on the man up. This will be the Mustangs' first EMO of the night. Siegel almost survived that trip, but couldn't quite get past. He was able to get up and keep going, but then couldn't get through the double team. Mustang in a 2-3-1 on their EMO, moving it through X.
Don't need to hurry. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Personnel crashing.
Redfern to Widmer. Widmer does a good job just to corral the pass. Another feed up to Widmer. Over to Hagman, the lefty. Takes a nice outside rip, but just goes wide.
Stays Cal Poly.
It's Hauser coming from X. Widmer to Redfern. Over to Murray Osborne.
Well, the Panthers seem to be doing a pretty decent job on their man-down defense.
Backside look. Oh, that was wide open. Hauser just couldn't put it on cage. Nice look from Widmer.
We'll take that any day. Nice look for sure.
Yeah, that's one of those. If you can skip it through all the sticks, then it's going to be a good look. Long outside shot from Widmer.
Man down. Or man up. So Widmer is Cal Poly's high scorer for goals, and we have maybe even getting there on assists too. But he's a big production for Cal Poly.
Yeah, that was a long outside shot. But what I can say is he got the pass and released it really quickly. So goalie had to move in the cage and just couldn't handle the bounce shot.
And yeah, the thing is, when a shot like that, if you get on the ground, the goalie doesn't know whether it's going to stay low or whether it's going to bounce up. That's a great choice to put a bounce shot from that far, probably 15 yards.
All right, we'll knot it up at 5 here. Cal Poly goes on their own run to start the second quarter.
Face-off battle.
Collins.
That's got to be from behind. It's going to come up with Cal Poly's ball.
Yep, that's a play-on push from Panthers. It's going to be Cal Poly's ball.
Cal Poly's going to get back on settled offense and a chance to take the lead halfway through the second period.
So I think this must be line 2. This is Acevedo, Sackman, and Copeland.
Are they running just 2 midfield lines, you think?
I mean, I doubt they're running any more than that. I don't know if they're running strict lines or just kind of a group of personnel, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll kind of try to track that over the course of the rest of the game. That's Copeland down the wing. To Redfern. Sackman, who has not seen a shot he doesn't like, and that was not a great shot. That was not a great angle, pretty far out.
15 yards, and the goalie was staring. Those are hard to score.
And if you're going to take that shot, like, it can't be stick side stick, right? Like, that's just unacceptable. So he's hopefully going to learn from that.
Very good defense. I wonder what that call is going to be. Was it a slash on the head?
I did not see anything. So unless it was an offsides, but if that's a slash, that was pretty weak. So Cole Kelly nearly caused a turnover, but Panthers were able to get the ball back, and then some penalty is called. There's a flag down, so we'll see what that is after the break. Or after
the ball will come back to the Panthers unless they commit a penalty. Cal Poly had a slide and a double team.
Aggressive slides from the Mustangs. A behind the back shot from Rosselli goes wide.
So what do we got for the call?
We're going to try and find the penalty here.
Officials coming to the table to give the signal. We have a hold, 30 seconds, so it's just a technical foul. So it's during that scrum, it's a minor infraction. It wasn't anything.
Yeah, so essentially they're saying that Kelly was using his stick to prevent the guy to get to the ground ball. So a hold, 30-second penalty.
That's legitimate. Panthers get into their man-up offense. 30 seconds on the penalty.
Shot by Cutler that doesn't get past the defender. I'm not sure who that went off, but it didn't get to Shane.
Oh, a shot that dribbled in.
Yeah, that was deflected, and I don't know.
It bounced twice.
Yeah, that was Carvalho with the outside shot.
Yeah, it got deflected, and goalie just lost sight, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's just a little unlucky. But they all count.
That's right.
And the Panthers will retake the lead at 6-5. Well, we got a good one here, Sean. 6-5.
I didn't think it was going to be any different.
6-5, 5 minutes to go in the half.
I really am glad. I was a little nervous which Cal Poly team was going to show up today, whether they're going to rise to the occasion or lick their wounds from last week. But I think they're doing a great job, risen to the occasion, and have a lot of poise.
Collins wins it, bats it back to Spivey for one of the easier face-off wins for the Mustangs of the night.
Just kind
They're still applying pressure between the boxes, but Spivey handles it, and the Mustangs are going to go on 0. That's Murray Osborne with the ball.
Not waiting for all personnel to get on the field before pushing it in. So
Hauser to Zimajewski. He scored a goal from that same alley early in the quarter. Pick for Murray Osborne. Moves it back through X. Hauser
looking to
get
shoot
to
straight
the
up.
middle.
An easy save.
I mean, he did get to the middle, I'll give him that, but he just wasn't able to generate a lot on that shot.
It's a 15-yard shot. There was a screen possibly, but if it's just, those are hard shots.
That seemed like one of Shugart's easier saves.
Okay, the Panthers are looking to get into their settled offense with about 4 minutes left, 15 seconds left in the second period.
I think both sides still have a timeout in these last 4 minutes, so we'll see if they want to discuss anything, put a play in.
So 45 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see if that's something that the Panthers have to contend with. They've had one shot clock violation in the game so far. Cal Poly hasn't had any. Good strong defense. Skip pass behind the cage. Cal Poly doing a pretty aggressive defense, which is what Coach Nespor had mentioned, that they're going to be pretty aggressive.
Champion.
Nice shot.
Champion just takes the ball himself. The slide came, but it wasn't aggressive enough. Champion's a pretty big kid.
Well, the defense was on him, and he just decided to go ahead and shoot anyway, and put a nice shot on cage. And he is their #1 scorer, so he might warrant an earlier slide than that, in my opinion.
Yeah, slide was on its way, just didn't come with enough force to really slow him down. Again, a big, strong kid, and was able to get to the middle of the field and shoot the ball in a nice place, put it offside.
So Chapman goes up 7-5. Looks like Chapman had better on the draw, but still a 50-50 ball at this point. Big scrum. A lot of people on the ground. Chapman picks up the ball, wins the face-off, and maybe throws it away. Nope, saves.
Tracked down by Shugart. Before it can go out of bounds, going to give Chapman a clearing opportunity.
Not a bad check. Those are dangerous. If he hit the guy, it's a penalty.
Yep, good ride, but they're able to get through, and Panthers back on offense. So it's been a little bit of a game of runs. Each team putting consecutive goals together. Walker with the drive.
There's a shot, and it's going to stay in bounds. Panthers get the ground ball. Oh, almost got picked off.
Dangerous pass, but gets through. That's Champion again.
It didn't make it through the crowd.
Yeah, we're shooting.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
He was shooting from the left wing that time.
Okay. Yeah, he let that play.
Yeah.
Looked like it pushed to me. Shot clock violation, goes Cal Poly.
I think that was a good no call. I wouldn't have been surprised if they bailed him out with a push call, but that looked like good defense.
When I wore the zebras, I'd have called it. Nice check. So Cal Poly's got to do the clear. Panthers have put a little pressure on him.
Branson has trouble, but then gets the ball back. Immediately has two guys on him, but they're not able to apply too much pressure. So
plenty of time. Calls timeout. Cal Poly calls timeout. Now, that looked a little suspicious than when the timeout got called and the ball's in the air. But
well, sometimes there's a little delay when the coach is calling it, and when the refs actually hear it and then make the call themselves.
But that was a good timeout call. There's 55 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 28 left, which is what, 78 seconds left. So Cal Poly can actually command the rest of this quarter, and then they can hopefully put one in.
Yeah, for the most part in this game, I'd say the Mustangs have worked for good scoring opportunities. Maybe one or two ill-advised shots, but they've cleaned it up from last week, and now they just got to, Mustangs have already allowed 7 goals, so they're not going to win this game without getting into double digits offensively.
Yeah. Well, it's a good match on the field here. Both teams seem to be in good shape to know about the other teams, playing well against each other, well matched. So I think it's going to be a dogfight to the end.
Refs are doing one of their many stick checks that performed throughout the game. It looks like we did have an illegal stick on the Aztecs last Saturday, but both sticks passed the test in this one, and Mustangs will come out for a 6v6 opportunity with a little over, almost a minute and a half in the half left to go. Yeah, so maybe this is the line one, actually, Sean. We got, again, Acevedo, Sackman, and Copeland. And they definitely seem to be out there as a unit. So it looks like Mustangs probably running 2 lines of middies.
Yeah. In a tightly contested game, that sounds about right.
Yeah, on the offensive end anyway. Widmer, Redfern, and Hagman have been the attackmen for the most part. Here's Acevedo, going to initiate things down the alley.
No slide. Paul is getting it around pretty well.
Copeland with the move. That's the lefty
There's
Hagman.
a slide. Oh, left it hanging a little bit.
Yeah, that was there, but I don't think you're going to get away with hanging your stick that long very often.
You got to get that off a lot quicker in that zone. So 13 seconds left in the shot clock. I think Cal Poly knows it. Cal Poly needs to get the ball up top and get a shot.
Oh, Redfern! And that is a huge goal for the Cal Poly offense, and something that we haven't really seen a whole lot of. Actually, we saw at the end of the Cal game, they had a couple of just attack dodges, but we haven't, besides those couple plays, we haven't seen that a lot. So that's a really important play from Redfern. In time of the shot clock, just straight upfield, able to get his hips around to get the ball past Shugart.
I think what was impressive about the shot is he was driving, and the shot came off so quickly, the defense couldn't react to it. The way he didn't plant his feet and shoot, he just shot on the run and got it in, and it was a surprise to the goalie and everybody else that he got it off.
Yeah, that's a tough move to make.
And it's a skilled move. So Cal Poly wins the face-off.
Another ground ball for Kelly. Spivey brings the ball down, and he's gonna have more opportunities. They keep just vacating vacating the center as they try to pressure the edges.
We got 15 seconds left in the period. Cal Poly has to get a shot off.
Murray Osborne with a drive. Hagman with a lefty rip.
Nice shot. 4 seconds left. They can certainly make something happen here.
Yeah. Probably looking for a little feed the crease. With 4
There needs to
seconds,
be a
you
stack.
might be able to actually get yourself up to GLE on your own, but
Wait for the whistle, and go. And clock starts.
Widmer. Oh,
Nice shot.
gets a shot off and just goes
I
high.
don't mind that shot at all. So we have a Cal Poly 6, Chapman 7 at the end of 2.
Well, that was a well-played first half, everybody. Both teams kind of bouncing back from their recent losses. Panthers dropped one to TCU, and the Mustangs dropped one to the Aztecs, but both teams look like they've had a good week of practice and came out ready to go. So we're going to have a tight one here for 60 minutes. We're going to take a little break for the next 10, and we'll be back with you for the start of the third quarter.
I'll give you one last statistic before we sign off here. There's been 13 goals and 2 face-offs at quarters, so it's 15 face-offs. Cal Poly's up by 1. So it's an even match on the face-off so far, and that's a stat I'll continue to look at.
All right, we'll be back with you soon.
Goodbye.
All right, we're back for the start of the third quarter here in San Luis Obispo in Spanos Stadium. We've got the visiting Panthers leading by a goal, 7-6, in a really good game between the number 12 ranked Chapman Panthers and 14 ranked Cal Poly Mustangs. Vaughn Collins and Eric Torrey out to take the draw. They've taken all of them so far. It's been a good battle. That's been maybe just edged by Cal Poly. Cole Kelly with the ground ball. And the Mustangs win the opening faceoff of the second half.
And Cal Poly getting into their settled offense after the initial faceoff in the third period.
That's Hauser with the ball. Coming out with line mates Murray Osborne, number 12, and Zimajewski, number 40. Shot by Widmer.
Not a terrible shot, but goalie staring him down.
Yeah, not much of an angle. Kind of took himself out of the angle.
It was close to the goal. If I'd have put it on the ground, if he had put it on the ground, it'd be a better opportunity.
Chapman D. Mitty is able to get through, and we're going to see if the Mustangs were able.
Flag.
Yeah, I think they were able to stay onside.
No, well, he's.
I don't see a flag down.
They should have had a flag down because the offensive guy took a step over the midline. It was no advantage gained, but it still was a.
Well, I think Spivey was actually was behind the line, so they were okay. Chapman settles in for their first 6v6 opportunity of the second half. They moved the ball cleanly, got some nice looks, feeding the inside. Definitely had a variety of goal scorers. It wasn't just one person doing all the damage out there. Champion looks like probably their best all-around offensive player, but he was by no means the only one doing work out there in the first half. That's Champion with the ball.
Right good defense. That was outstanding defense.
Yeah, that was a feed to Walker, but he wasn't able to get the shot off.
Coming up, Cal Poly. I had an opportunity to speak with both coaches at halftime, and Coach Morgan from Cal Poly said that the thing that they're going to focus on, and they did in practice, and they're doing it from the second half on, is really reducing the unforced errors, just the things that they can control, maintain composure, and to reduce the unforced errors. I think that's going to be the key to Cal Poly, maintaining their composure and settled offense.
Yeah, they were better in that half than in the game against the Aztecs for sure, but not perfect. That
was not a bad shot at all. It was a nice bounce shot. It was staring at the goalie, but one thing is Cal Poly also had a good backup there. So
yeah, Sackman's definitely a volume shooter. He's not afraid to let it rip.
And it was on cage because they did a shot clock
it
reset
was
to 60.
off pipe. Hagman to Sackman, out to Acevedo. Again, so we know who the lines are. I honestly don't know which is 1 and 2 at this point, or they play pretty equally. Hagman, the lefty, sweeps across the top. That's Widmer at X with the ball. He's got a little hangman going on. See if he can find a cutter.
Cal Poly needs to move their feet.
Takes it himself, goes for the inside roll, but can't get there. Moves it over to Sackman. Now that is the time you shoot it.
That's a 15-yard shot, and the ball was moving around, and he got it and shot it.
And what I liked about that one, Sean, is Copeland had an opportunity to shoot. He was covered, but he had his hands free. He was on the wing, but instead of taking that shot, he moved it to Sackman, the dead center, who just caught and shot quickly.
Well, the slide came from the adjacent, which meant let the guy who scored and get his number, it came off of him, and he dished it, and it was a smart play.
Yeah, that was good look, good ball movement, good shot from Sackman.
So we're all tied up, 7-7.
Collins does a little bit of the treatment that Chapman was doing to them in the first half, was just clamp the ball and swing it back to the wing.
Cal Poly has an opportunity to get back on a settled offense if they can get a good clear.
Siegel's going to maneuver his way through traffic.
Well, he's Cal Poly's only returning All-American from last year. Solid player, handle the ball. defensive midi, but can handle the ball and be relied on.
So we got Hauser, Zimajewski, and Murray Osborne back out. Murray Osborne sweeps across the top, turns down the shot.
Does not make it through traffic.
Whitmer takes a shot.
Hopefully stays back with Cal Poly ball. Good.
Yeah, is able to corral his own shot after going off a Panther defender.
22 seconds left on the shot clock. Cal Poly needs to measure themselves.
Zimajewski gets to the middle, looks for Whitmer, but he can't catch the ball cleanly. Here's Redfern, who's definitely got a quick first step. Gets a stop on it. Oh, ball's up to Hauser, takes a big rip and
he gets it at the last second.
That gets the sideline juiced up, Coach. Little celebration.
Little fire in the belly of Cal Poly right now.
Looking like they're going for the canoe there. Yeah, that was, again, Redfern is a really good option in those late shot clock scenarios. He's able to get a quick step on his guy. They've got to react, and he's able to skip past to Hauser, in that case, top center. So nice outside shot. Got the goalie moving in the cage, and he's able to put it past him.
That can be really hard on a defense when you hold them for the 80 seconds, then this another 60 seconds, and at the very last second a shot gets taken and scores against your team. Feather in the cap for Cal Poly.
And that was actually Shevelson on the face-off for the Panthers. So the first time that I've noticed anyone besides Torrey taking one.
So Cal Poly came up with the face-off, came down and took what I would consider a less than stellar shot, and then Panthers come up with the ball.
Chapman fumbling the ball in the middle of the field. Some of their third quarter troubles might be coming back to bite him again. And it's going to go Poly.
Well, there was a no call there, and maybe that's okay. There's a little push away from the ball, but no harm, no foul on that one. Cal Poly can just simply bull dodge through.
Yeah, Spivey welcomes that.
I don't think he particularly cared for the no call a minute ago, but
all right,
he righted that wrong.
Mustangs coming out strong in the second half. Going from a one-goal deficit to a one-goal lead. Looking to extend that lead here.
I spoke with Coach Callis from Chapman at halftime, and he said that his team is going to focus on what he calls FREE, F-R-E-E, fearless, relentless execution, and there's another E. Excellence.
Excellent.
So the team is really set up to stay cohesive, and the sidelines seem to be in good shape at halftime for Chapman. So we'll see which team comes at him, takes advantage.
That was Acevedo on the earlier wing dodge. Sackman with the ball now. They got a shot clock reset. Maybe
it came off the goalie. It was a shot at goalie.
Copeland wants to take a run at his guy, trying to clear everybody out. Hagman moves the ball quickly, but Sackman can't catch it cleanly. Stay in Mustang.
These are the unforced errors that need to kind of clean up, because they only have 34 seconds left on this shot clock. Still plenty of time, but
where in the Aztec game that pass may have gone out of bounds, at least they were able to maintain possession. Yeah. Sackman with a big outside rip, but a nice
good
save from Shugart going down low. And we'll see if the Panthers can clear the ball. Mustang attack, trying to get in place for a double team, but can't quite get there. Reginelli with the ball over to Walker. Walker down the alley.
Well, I think the other E was effort for Chapman.
Excellence, effort, execution, all those are
yes.
Adjectives at work, right? Siegel covering Rosselli 2 against 2.
Slide came pretty
Sackman
reasonably
on the slide. If this ball gets over midline, it's going to be a turnover, and it does. So that's going to be over.
Coming up with Cal Poly. Cal Poly gets on offense here.
Hagman racing away from the pressure. 2 pulls. And they're able to dislodge the ball.
That was a good chase by Chapman.
Yeah, again, Panthers being aggressive in those kind of unsettled situations between the boxes, as I'd call it. I think Mustangs got to do a better job of recognizing that there really wasn't a lane there, and there had to be a couple of guys open behind him.
And then he also should have protected a stick more. I mean, that's just leaving it hanging there. He should have known if another personnel was behind him. But those are coachable fixes.
Yeah, and I mean, even Hagman as the sophomore, it's a young unit, right? They're first or second year guys. Panthers move it through X. Slides are coming quick from the Mustangs. One thing about defending the 2-2-2 is you're going to have guys to slide, and I always kind of liked playing against the 2-2-2 because it allowed you to be a little more aggressive. You got options in the middle, but if they can handle the ball, it also creates some really good scoring opportunities. So it's give and take. Oh,
nice shot!
That's just a low-angle shot from Rosselli.
And that was right at stick side high. That was just a good shot right through the goalie.
Yeah, I don't think not much the defender can do on that part. He's pushing him down below GLE. He was right on him. Just a nice finish from Rosselli.
It was just a good hard shot from shoulder to shot pretty quickly.
Game knotted up again. It's been back and forth all night. We have Shevelson out again for the Panthers, so that's a minor adjustment that the Panthers have made on the face-off draws. And he wins that one cleanly.
Wow, to himself. Okay, so Chapman wins their first face-off of the second half.
Yeah, and we haven't seen much of that from either side tonight. It's just a nice clean win.
Yeah. When you change things up on face-off like that, you can certainly get a surprise every now and again.
Reginelli with the ball. Going up against Branson. Spivey on the slide.
Well, Cal Poly's defense has looked pretty strong, even though they've given up 8 goals. That's more of a tip of the cap to Chapman's offense to go against such a strong and mature defense of Cal Poly.
Yeah, they've generated good scoring opportunities. I don't think Shane's probably had his best night from what we've seen in his early career. Some of that's where the shots are coming from. Feed up top, gets through. That's Cutler with the outside rip. Shane has a nice save there.
Good save.
Goes down low.
Yeah, that could have gone either way because that was a good worm burner.
See if that can get Shane going in the second half. Hauser brings the ball over the midline, and the Mustangs will get back on offense. Zimajewski with the ball, moves it down the alley, back up to Copeland. He's got a shifty little first step, but can't get much separation. Redfern's got looked like he had a short stick, but it's a close defender. Low angle shot from
almost got his own
Zimajewski, and
fights
to get the ball back.
Poly, off of Panthers, stay Poly.
Yeah, just trickled out. So again, I don't know if I love the angle from Zimajewski, but he aggressively rides hard and is able to help the Mustangs retain possession. Copeland with the outside shot.
Stays Cal Poly. 60 seconds left, or 62 seconds on the shot clock. The shot clock got reset when Panthers got the ball for a
Yeah, they must have
second.
they must have declared he had possession.
Yep.
However, briefly.
And then it got knocked out of bounds. So
Zimajewski.
not a fan of that shot.
Mustangs riding hard. It's a battle. Oh, that one's won by the Panthers.
Good, number 4.
Anthony Mills with a nice pickup.
Good clear. Now, Panthers have an opportunity to get their settled offense. Well, I see Panthers are offsides if he doesn't call it. They're still not onside. They only have 2 guys back, plus the goalie. They're missing a guy back.
Yeah, they're counting forward. So.
Oh, shit. That ref didn't do his job. He didn't. He's supposed to pay attention back there.
It's Reginelli over to Champion, who can't handle the pass. Got a ground ball battle. Picked up by the Panthers. Oh, and a one-handed shovel shot.
In chaos. And that's the best time to get those shots off.
That was Keegan Charapum. First time we've called his name tonight with a nifty little one-handed shot in traffic.
Does that give us 8-9 or 8-10? I don't know what the score is.
I thought that should be 10-8. But no, 9-8.
Okay. So Chapman is up 9-8.
Oh, that might have been Collins on. Oh, no, they're calling Chapman on the jump.
So he can't, number 7 can't face off next time.
Yes, it'll be Torrey coming back out most likely. All right. Got a close one winding down here in the third. Chapman with a 1-goal lead, but Mustangs with possession.
If Mustangs can trust their offense and work the system, they'll be better off than if somebody tries to do it on their own.
Acevedo on the wing. Gets to the middle. Copeland's showing a really quick first step. He's got the shorty, so he's going to get the Panther defense moving. Errant pass that Redfern's able to corral. Acevedo with a nice snag.
And the offense is not, Cal Poly's offense is not capitalizing on making the defense slide and then
Hagman with the outside shot as time winds
Still 6 seconds
down
left.
in the shot clock. Still 6 seconds left, and here goes Redfern again, who got one at the end of the shot clock in the second quarter. Not able to get it off.
Okay.
Going Panthers.
Panthers ball, they can pick it up and go. Oh, there we go. Nice ride so far.
Goalie way out of the cage, but he's able to get it up to his D-mid.
Good ball movement on the Panthers clear there.
Panthers survived the pressure.
That could have gone bad.
Yeah, they've definitely they've had some hiccups on the clears, that's for sure. Hasn't cost them too much tonight. We'll see how that plays out in these last 15 minutes. Time winding down in the third here, under 20. That was actually a shot from a pretty good location, not a great shot, but with time winding down, Mustang defense really doesn't want to give up that kind of look. But Orsino fired wide. Here's Champion on the drive. Slide comes early. Clock winds down, and there's not going to be a shot. Close out the third.
Well, so the Panthers did not suffer the same fate they have in recent games of having a dismal third period. They did okay. I think they evened up Cal Poly.
Yeah, they started out slow. Mustangs got a couple in, took the lead, but Chapman was able to battle back, and we are at a 1-goal differential to end the third, just like we were to end the second quarter.
Cal Poly has a slight advantage on face-offs. Nothing material at this point, but we knew that was going to be a battle.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting here in this fourth quarter, Sean, what I've seen, I haven't seen any signs that Chapman is coming out of their extended pressure on the not loose ball situations, but on the clears and face-offs. So that's going to create some lanes in those transitions. Not true fast breaks, but some transition opportunities. And I think what it's going to take for the Mustangs is somebody like a Spivey or a Siegel or maybe even the face-off guy, just putting one in themselves as they come down on the transition opportunities.
Yeah, creating the spark.
Yeah, no, I mean, the quickest way to get them to come out of that pressure is to make them pay for it, right?
Yeah,
so if they give up a goal or two, then they're likely going to dial it back a little bit. But they've had a couple chances. Spivey's had some lanes. Siegel's had some lanes. Collins hasn't had – he's done fine on the faceoffs, but he hasn't won anything going forward, so he hasn't had any looks for himself. But somebody's going to have to make a play in the transition opportunity as the Panthers kind of vacate the crease area and open it up for him.
Yeah.
Can they take advantage? We shall see. It's going to be something like that kind of decides this one, as it's been neck and neck the entire way.
So was Torrey? Did he take the last face-off? Because he's out there now.
Yeah, no, it was Shevelson had taken most of them in the third quarter, and then he violated. So then it was going to have to be Torrey on this one.
Here we go. It's a tight game, fourth period. Cal Poly 8, Chapman 9. Here we go.
Collins and Torrey on the face. Collins has the ball and is able to control it himself. Nice play by Collins. He's done really well tonight.
Now, can they get on their settled offense without getting crushed?
Yeah, and then here's that pressure that I'm talking about. There's going to be an open lane just like that, and that's not Collins, but he finds Hagman who whips it.
That's exactly what you're talking about, Mark. They made him pay the price.
And that's what I've been waiting to see. We'll call it a prediction, or maybe I just got lucky, but they've been really aggressive after they've picked up the ball, not just on face-offs, but on face-offs and in the open field. And that's great. You can create turnovers, but it also leaves you vulnerable if they can get through that double team.
Cal Poly solved that puzzle. That was good. They didn't pull out. They didn't back out. They kept pushing it in. So that's good.
Yeah, and it wasn't Collins himself, but by pushing it to the goal, the slides came, and that left Hagman open on the backside. So nice play, both by Collins. Nice shot by Hagman. Good look for the Mustangs to tie it back up at 9.
So Chapman picks up that face-offs.
Yeah, and that was Shevelson back out there. So it looks like Torrey's taken most of them for the season, but Shevelson took plenty last year, so I think they've decided that he's the better option against Collins.
Well, the stats show they're both pretty even. So
yeah, he seemed from the statistics from 2015, he looked like he was their main faceoff guy last year. Of course, the MCLA website is so atrocious, it's kind of hard to review the stats. And if anyone from the MCLA is listening, well, it's just the truth. I'm sorry. And if you want an example of how nice save by Shane, I'm going to finish my thought. An example of how bad the MCLA stat pages are. The entire Chapman team played 891 games in 2025, according to their records. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but nice save by Shane to get
and they got the
Mustang defense on track.
And they got the clear, so now Cal Poly can get in their settled offense. And it's all tied up. Maybe Cal Poly can take the lead here.
It's getting exciting here in the stadium. We've had some really good games over the years between the Panthers and the Mustangs. It's a nice little rivalry. It's one of the teams that the Mustangs have definitely beaten, but the overall record would go to the Panthers, probably around 2-1. Widmer with the outside shot. Nice save.
Good save.
Nice save from Shugart.
Let's see if the Panthers can withstand the ride and clear the ball. And Cal Poly chose to get their personnel on the field for defense rather than take an aggressive ride.
That's Shugart way out of the cage, and he can't make the clean pass. Murray Osborne picks up the ball.
They are not offsides. Cal Poly gets a settled offense. Getting their personnel.
That's a big broken clear by the Mustangs. Shugart showing a little nerves, perhaps.
I think it was more of an unforced error on Chapman's part than too much aggression on Poly's. Either way, Pauly will take it.
Redfern with the quick step from X, feeds up top to Xander Murray Osborne, who takes the long outside shot. Did
not make it through traffic.
Hauser's able to pick up the ground ball in traffic, though. Nice play from him. Mustangs looking good.
Good handle.
A little crisper than what we saw last Saturday against the Aztecs.
I'd call it poise. I think their offense has a little more poise than last week. Last week they never had their footing, and right now they seem to be in reasonably good command of what they want to do.
Zimajewski to Xander Osborne. Oh, off the pipe.
Good
nice
shot.
Look. That was a lefty shot, pretty sure.
About a 17-yard shot, too. That was
pretty sure Osborne's a righty, so that was a pretty good look. But again, when you're shooting from dead center with the goalie on the move, it doesn't have to be the fastest shot in the world. That was past the goalie, but the goalie got bailed out by the pipe. Yeah, maybe he is lefty because he just took that one lefty too.
Somebody in the crease.
Yeah, Mustangs
in the crease. Panthers on the clear.
A couple of nice looks from the Mustang offense. Didn't get it to go.
See if Cal Poly can pressure this one and
Cherupam able to get through the traffic. He's the one who scored the little one-handed shovel shot earlier.
Panthers getting themselves organized on offense.
Roselli trying to get
a little bit of a hold there. That's a hold.
Oh, and it's going to get wiped off on the goal from the Panthers.
Hopefully they just call it a hold and not, just a hold. Good. If they're going to call something else, like a personal foul, they would have stayed. But
so that was Roselli on the feed to Walker. Walker with the outside shot. Pretty simple play, really. Again, I think that might be one that Shane wants back. That wasn't offside. That was stick side. And
the Panther sideline's getting a little excited now. They're feeling it.
It's gonna be a grind these last 10 minutes, Sean. Back
That's
and
good.
forth we've gone.
So Collins has taken every faceoff so far for Cal Poly. That's gonna be tiresome. Chapman comes up with that one. That can be a big difference in the game for this fourth period. Who's going to be picking up the faceoffs?
Yeah, Collins, I'd say had control of it, tried to sweep it out, and Panthers were able to pick up the ground ball.
Official calling a timeout. Oh, the goal down on Panther side is out of whack. Not sure why that's a problem. The goalie can just move it in place.
Is that just the wind? I don't think so.
No.
It is. It has been a windy few days here.
But the wind isn't going to move that goal.
Obispo. Some unusual weather for late February. We got Santa Ana winds blowing in. I think we had a high of 84 for anyone listening with us on the East Coast. As you guys are shoveling snow, we are dealing with record high temps here in California.
It may get down to 59 tonight.
That's when you got to put a sweatshirt on, Sean. You know, break below the 60s. Panthers
during the timeout, both teams were able to get their desired personnel on the field, and now they're getting into settled offense. Thrown away, coming up Cal Poly. There was a slide that occurred, double teamed on number 5, and he wasn't able to make a good pass, and Cal Poly reaps the benefit.
Yeah, wing dodge tipped off Cherupam's stick and went all the way out of bounds. Turnover goes the Mustangs' way. Shane with the outlet to Copeland.
Both teams working the substitution box and getting their personnel on the field. 1 point game. Cal Poly has the ball. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left, fourth period.
Acevedo's going to get things started. Dodging down the alley, breaks into the middle of the field. Pass is a little bit high, but Widmer's able to keep control. Sweeps across the middle to himself.
Wow, he could have taken a couple steps in.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
the
plenty of
shot was
room.
there. No slide coming, but just stick to stick. That's just not going to go. Don't blame him for taking the shot, but would wish you could have a little better placement on it.
Yeah. So Panthers get down on their offensive side to get in their settled offense. Personnel coming through the box. And about 50 seconds on the shot clock and see what they can do with it.
Yeah, Copeland trapped down on defense as the offensive midi. They got Spivey up top waiting for him. Actually, that was Acevedo coming up. Copeland's still down low.
Ooh, an errant
Chapman
pass.
just throws it away. That was just a unforced error.
I said earlier that those are unforced errors, that is turnovers that are going to cause somebody the game.
Yeah, that's just no pressure, no nothing. That just can't happen.
If Cal Poly can capitalize on this, then that'll be monumentous turnover.
Most of you with us probably pretty familiar with the MCLA. Obviously, Chapman Panthers are a pretty storied program. Had a losing season last year at 5-8, and I honestly don't know the last time they had a losing season. Again, if the MCLA website wasn't terrible, I would have gone back and checked the stats, but it's impossible to find anything in that mess.
Are we airing out our
But I'm going
grievances,
to
Mark?
guess it's been a good 10 to 20 years. So they're trying to
Nice shot.
rebound from a rare losing season down in Orange. They look solid, but not quite the team they have in the past. Outside shot.
Cal Poly's letting them rip.
Zimajewski, another one off the pipe.
Shot clock reset. Now
Copeland with the quick step. Almost slips the pick to Widmer.
ball going back through X.
I'd like to see Redfern initiate a little bit more from behind GLE. He's gotten a step on his guy every time. Here we have Widmer with the short stick, so that's another good opportunity.
Draws a slide. Oh!
That look was there. Couldn't quite connect Widmer to Redfern, but definitely a look that looked pretty good. Zimajewski
Good defense.
winds up, tries to dish it to
15 seconds
Hackman.
on the shot clock.
Oh! Tries to feed across the crease to Widmer. Comes all the way around to Zimajewski with the shot and the save.
Nice shot. That
from
should
Shugart.
reset because it hit the goalie.
Yeah, it looks like Chapman's going to come up with it. So a little frenetic out there, but they got a couple of good looks, good opportunities. They just couldn't quite sneak the pass through to the backside to Widmer. That was definitely wide open. Chapman with the outside shot in transition goes wide.
He might call that a pass.
We're down under 6 minutes. 10-9 Chapman getting to crunch time here. Next goal is going to be a big one, whoever it goes for.
Yeah, no matter who scores it, yeah.
Oh, Spivey with kind of a half-hearted switch, and he's lucky that Chapman can't get a shot on cage.
That was a good feed right in there, about 8 yards above the crease. Yeah, Cal Poly needs to probably get a few more balls on the end line there.
Ball's at X, Perry. Oh, outside
rip.
shot, goes high. It's Champion with the ball, who's had a nice night, but we haven't called his name much in the second half. But he's going to take this one himself. Gets
Nice
trail
defense.
checked by Adam Perry with a nice trail check.
Let's see if Cal Poly can come up with a ball. No. Got 5
Can't,
seconds left
but
of the shot
but
clock.
the shot clock is down. Are they even going to get one off? No.
Nope. Shot clock violation. Cal
Yeah.
Poly gets the ball top
Nice
of
defense by the Mustangs. Perry wasn't able to create the turnover, but he was able to delay the
Poly seemed
Panthers
to be-
enough to let the shot clock run out. So nice work from him on the solid Brody Champion, leading scorer for the Panthers. All right, this is a big opportunity for the Mustangs, trying to climb back to even with about 5 minutes in the game.
Cal Poly getting their preferred personnel on the field.
Chapman is going to wind up and take it, and he puts it in. And I think there have been times when we've criticized Chapman for taking shots a little too soon, but if the slides aren't going to come and you get the waltz in, even if it's from 13 yards, no pressure on him, hands free, dead center, makes a nice little bounce shot, and that's going to knot it up. Here's on the replay, just a little split dodge or even a hitch. Nobody comes at all. It's almost like they were in a zone, but I don't think they were, just maybe not settled into their 6-on-6 yet.
I think he could have taken a few more steps, and that's one of those shots where if he misses it, it's like, no more steps, but he got it in, so everybody loves success.
Shovelson on the wins the faceoff, so he's done well.
So Chapman in his fourth period have won 3 out of 4 of the faceoffs, so.
Yeah, I think he's definitely, that's one adjustment we know that the Panthers made at half, and that one seemed to have gone in their favor. They swapped out Torrey for Shovelson, and he's had a better time at the faceoff.
We're at 4 minutes left in the game, tied 10-10. This is a pretty awesome game by two contenders in the MCLA.
Good ball movement for the Panthers, getting it out across the perimeter.
Cal Poly's defense is getting their sticks in the gloves of the Panthers when it counts most right now. So,
yeah, the Panther offense hasn't been able to find those really easy doorstep looks feeding the crease in the second half. So a little tightened up defense by the
nice
Mustangs.
slide right there.
Early slide from Spivey. And that's
nice stuff right in. Oh,
yeah,
great save.
That's the look I was talking about that they hadn't been able to get, but Shane bails out the Mustang D with a nice save.
They succeeded twice earlier. Oh!
Spivey going for he's a bull dodge aficionado.
That should have been a flag to the head, but.
Timeout Mustangs. I believe that's the first timeout of the half for either team.
Yeah, I think so.
So Mustangs still have 1 in the last 3 minutes, and Chapman will have 2.
So Cal Poly's got 66 seconds on the shot clock, 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the game clock, tied up in the fourth period here in Mustang Stadium.
So that was a really interesting play down on the defensive end for the Mustangs. They slid maybe a little over aggressively at this point in the game when they're tied up. Chapman was able to find a guy wide open in the crease area, but Shane with just a really best save of the night, and certainly the most important save of the night. Caught it cleanly, got the ball going the other way. Mustangs come down on 0 and get the timeout. Try to put something together for the game winner.
Well, these are the fun games to play in, to coach, and to announce, and to watch. All tied up, got evenly prepared squads, young offenses on both teams, seasoned defenses. They have specialty players. The face-off specialists are probably tops in the nation, doing pretty good win percentages. The goalies are both in the 60%, 70% save percentages. So well, evenly matched teams. So.
Yeah, and I think those 12 and 14 rankings, both of these programs have been near the top for a long time, and 12 or 14 may sound good, but these guys definitely want to move into the top 10, and Chapman especially with an actually losing season last year, which is just unprecedented for them. It's a big game for both squads. That's Hauser, dodges to the center. Chapman.
Wow.
With another early shot. It was a good shot. I don't know if it was a well-timed shot, but again, he beat the goalie, but he didn't beat the pipe. I'm going to guess that that's not what Coach Morgan drew up in that timeout, but he's.
I think that'll be reviewed in the film session.
As I mentioned earlier, he is a volume shooter, and it pays off at times. And we'll see how it goes in this one. Chapman with the ball again on the wing against the short stick. Over to Murray Osborne. So lines are a little mixed up from what we've seen most games, so I'm sure that was by design after the timeout. Redfern getting a step on his guy as he's been able to all night with the inside roll.
Oh, what a great save!
That was one of the better moves I've seen from a Mustang attackman this season, but even better save from Shugart. Yeah, that was Redfern's been able to get a step.
Yeah, nice inside roll.
But that was the first time I think I've seen him go with the inside roll. Chapman's going to come down on defense. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Knotted at 10. So as big as Shane's goal save was down here on the Mustang defensive end a minute ago, Shugart's was equally as important on a wide open shot from point blank range from Redfern.
That was a great move on offense and even a better save.
Outside shot goes high from Cutler.
33 seconds left on the shot clock.
Pretty good looking shot from deep. Here's Champion with the ball, trying to get past Marley, or Perry, excuse me. Feed across the crease.
Nice defense, that was good defense.
Good job from Jordy Martinez to close out on that and disrupt that shot, because
point blank.
He had an open shot for a moment, but Martinez closed the door quickly.
17 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh,
see if that
Siegel
comes into
drops
play.
a stick.
Shot goes high, stays Panthers. It's 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, that could come into play here.
Solid defense from the Mustangs.
4 seconds left on the shot clock.
I think the Panthers have had 5 shots in this possession alone.
Yeah. None on Cage.
None on Cage. Not bad looks, but yeah.
Interesting. He just threw the. I understand him throwing the ball away, but that 4 seconds was plenty of time to get a playoff, but he gave it away. So it comes back to Cal Poly. 80 seconds left on the shot clock. 39 seconds left in the game. Cal Poly just needs to clear the ball and get it on their offense, and they get an opportunity to win the game.
A little surprised Chapman didn't call a timeout there. They've got 2, and usually you want to set up your ride. You don't want to end up out of position in a time like this. Something tells me Mustangs are going to call a timeout, but we'll see. Yeah.
Calls timeout with 20 seconds left in the game. Here we go, Cal Poly.
Well, it's a good situation to be in for the Mustangs. It's a knotted game, but they've got the ball, and it looks like they're going to get the last crack at it before we would head into overtime if it ends tied.
So this is where you want to be in the game. You want to have the ball in your possession with 20 seconds left. You have an opportunity to take the game in regulation.
Yeah, so Sean and I coached here for a long time, and I would say the Panthers were always one of our one of the games that we enjoyed the most. They're a tough squad. They've been a good program for a long, long time, and we've had a lot of battles like this. This has been a good one from start to finish. Couple of small runs from both squads, but they were answered quickly. And in the second half, it's been nothing but neck and neck the whole way. So
I think Cal Poly even faced Chapman in the finals, MCLA finals.
That was 2016.
2016.
The first year with Coach D'Abrio. And so the second time that the Mustang program made the finals. Still looking for that first national title. Just eluded us until this point. But yeah, 2016 when Panthers won their first national title, I believe, against the Mustangs. So
that was actually in their home stadium.
In their home stadium, just coincidentally or luckily for them, however you want to frame it. The tournament just happened to be in Orange County that year, which is a whole lot better than Greenville, South Carolina. No offense to Greenville, but especially for us since it's a 4-hour trip instead of a 20-hour trip of 3 different flights.
At the Waffle House.
At the Waffle House,
yeah,
the Waffle House paid off. We got Widburn with the ball coming in. Is he going to take it himself? Can't find anything, and he just drops the ball. But he gets it back though.
9 seconds left.
Well, that was a little bit anticlimactic. Doesn't look like the Mustangs are going to get a shot off.
Well, missed opportunity, but hey, we go to overtime. There we go. There's a moral victory for Panthers defense in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, to not even get a shot off is always disappointing because I mean all the pressure's on the defense at that point. So you really want to make the goalie make a save in that case. Just put something on Cade and see what he can do. But
little mishandle of the ball, basically, that happens. But now we got an overtime period, and they call it sudden victory.
Yeah, we don't want to be negative, so it's not sudden death anymore. It's sudden victory.
No
but it's all the same thing.
Either.
First goal wins. We got the captains out. That's Adam Siegel, defensive midi for the Mustangs, and Adam Perry, close defender from Davis for the Mustangs.
Do they allow ties, or will it go until someone wins?
No, it'll go. It'll go forever. Gosh, I think that most I've heard of is 5 overtimes. Overtime period is 4 minutes. I think each coach gets 1 timeout. And yeah, we're going to go until somebody puts one on the board. Hopefully the Mustangs.
Well, I got all night, so.
How this usually tends to go is it either happens quickly, or if it doesn't happen in the first couple minutes, then it tends to drag, and then into the second, into the third overtime, and then it's just somebody's really tired.
Well, I think there's a lot of jitters at this point in time. Nobody wants to make the mistake that lets a goal in, so that people are a little tighter than they were in the second period, for instance. So.
Well, here we go, folks.
Here we
comes
have,
down to this. We're facing off 10 to 10. The start of the overtime period. Next goal is gonna decide it. We've got Collins, who's taken every face-off for the Mustangs tonight, and Shovelson, who's taken all of the second half face-offs for the Panthers after Torrey did most of the duties in the first half.
There's 24 face-offs he's taken. That's a lot. It's a lot of energy. I mean, it looks kind of not that involved, but that's a lot of energy to do these face-offs.
Yeah, it's an exhausting position, which is why they end up coming off most of the time when they're done with the face-off. It's a scramble. Nobody's got it.
Got a push going Panthers.
Tough call. The ball's going the Panthers' way, so they'll take the opening possession in the overtime period.
A lot of excitement on the Panthers bench.
Yeah, I hate to see calls like that. They're just all going after the ball at that point. That's Walker. Pressure applied to McDonald. And this is Champion, who again has had some moments this game. He's been quiet in the second half. He's going to try to take it himself, and a save.
He's in the crease, so they're going to give a ball to Pauly. What?
Oh, they're calling him a push into the crease.
Oh, wow, push into the crease. That's a rough call.
That was a nice save from Shane to keep this game going.
Is that Shane down on the ground right now?
No, I think that's the defender.
Trainer's being called out. Can you see the replay on the push?
Yeah, it's tough to tell from up here. It was one of those inside moves that he was gonna end up in the crease one way or the other. Was he helped in? Yeah, maybe.
Well, the referee was down there. We'll give him the referee.
Yeah, he was definitely closer than we were.
A couple other calls I wouldn't give him benefit of the doubt, but give this.
So I think hopefully it was just a cramp from that. Oh, that was Siegel actually that was down on the ground. Yeah, looks like he's going to be fine. But that means ball's going to stay with the Panthers here in overtime.
And their defensive midi, their All-American defensive midi, is out for this play.
Got to give credit to Shane on that save. It's overtime is nerve-wracking when you know the first thing that goes in is going to end it. So to make that save is huge, but it's going to stay with the Panthers on the push call.
There's a lot of pressure on the Panthers, too. They don't want to be the one to throw the ball away or make a mistake either. So both teams are a little tighter right now.
Moving it around the outside. Slide comes for the Mustangs. Over to Walker, who's had a couple of goals.
They throw it away.
Yeah,
Go to
he had an open look. He had an open look in the crease, but a little outside.
It was not a bad look.
Yeah, I think it was worth the opportunity, but they weren't able to connect. We're going to get Spivey on the punt return clear.
Well, that gets a little blood flowing.
Yeah, you just got to be careful on those that you don't put your head down, because if you ram into them with your head, they'll actually call you for the penalty.
Yeah,
but Spivey trucks the Chapman attackman and gets the far sidelines a little amped up as the Mustangs.
Cal Poly has an opportunity to end the game here.
They still have their timeout, I believe.
Yeah, both teams do.
Yeah, Chapman didn't use theirs either, which is rare. Usually the head coach uses it first thing. Widmer with the ball. Redfern gets a step, takes his own shot, but gets tied up. I would expect a timeout now from Coach. Oh, yep. Oh, that's one of those.
No, he was right there to rip one.
Yep.
Well, you know what? That's okay. He can settle it down.
As a former coach, that's always a tough one. You don't want to cost your player a goal, and in this case, what would be the game-winning goal. But you gave them an opportunity on offense. The shot came, it didn't go. They were able to get the ball back, and then you really do want to use that timeout to try to put something in place that it's going to get them a good look.
So 2 minutes left. I would probably.
Well, you got to remember he called that timeout about 2 steps before Murray Osborne was in that final spot. So it didn't look quite the same when he called it.
But we'll give him the benefit.
I've cost
there.
players a few goals in my career, but never in overtime and what would have been the game winner. But thankfully, but he didn't shoot, so we don't know that he would have scored, right? When it really hurts is when the call comes after the shot, but the goal would have counted if there was no timeout call.
I think the thing that when you and I were coaching, that especially the 2012 team, they thrived on chaos on offense. And that's what we had, was a chaotic situation with a guy who can handle the ball.
We just let those guys run free. I tried to never call a play and never call a timeout, but sometimes you got to do it. Yeah. All right, here comes the Mustangs after the timeout, looking to create a good shot for the game winner.
30 seconds on the shot clock.
That's Zimajewski down the alley. Comes back to a strong side. Oh, that was a good move.
That was a good shot, too. 30 seconds on the shot. Did they reset the shot clock? Yeah, they did. Oh, to 60. Good. They reset it to 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And a minute 47 in the game.
Parker did a nice job on that one of getting kind of re-dodging and increasing his angle after taking himself down to GLE. Don't take that one, Sackman. There was no angle there. Better thought. Parker with the quick first step. Hagman can't corral it.
Don't get it up.
Yep, he's able to get it back. Still plenty of time in both the first overtime period and the shot clock. Sackman with the wing dodge.
Nobody has to be a hero here. They just got to play the offense and rely on it, on a good look.
Sackman looking for the outside shot. Save by Shugart. Game-saving save, goes down low, which he's done really well all game. Can Chapman clear the ball? Struggling a little bit, but it looks like they're...
Oh, that was a big swat of the stick.
Going to be able to get it across. They've got quite a bit of time, and Panthers still have their timeout. They're trying to tell them to get below below the restraining line.
Panthers call their timeout here to get a little settled situation. So both coaches have called their timeouts.
Yeah, and you can't call timeout unless your team has possession below the restraining line. So Chapman coach Joe Callis kind of freaking out there, telling him to get below so he could actually utilize the timeout that he had.
It's not that the ball has gotten down below restraining line. It has to be, like, you can't go below it and then come up and call time. It has to be bound down below it, right? While the timeout's called.
Yeah. Well, that was a pretty good offensive possession. They got a few looks, weren't able to get it. They actually got a shot on Cage, but weren't able to beat Shugart. He's had a nice game. He's a sophomore out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Well, I think I was talking to the Panthers coach. He was saying that their goalie has been having about a 75% save percentage. So
yeah, I mean, and if that
it dipped a little bit against Utah Valley, but
if you're
well
clocking
tonight.
in above 60, you're doing pretty well. 75%, if you actually held that for a season, would be incredible. Panthers with the ball. 40 seconds to go in the overtime period. That's Walker with the ball. He's been busy tonight. Swinging it around the perimeter.
25 seconds.
Oh, it's nice skip pass. Walker with the game winner.
Over.
Well, folks, the game did not go Mustangs' way. It was a heck of a game from both teams, but Holden Walker on a little skip pass is able to put one past Sawyer Shane for the game winner. And Chapman comes away from San Luis Obispo with the tight overtime victory.
And one that the program was, both programs needed this win to propel themselves. So Cal Poly has 2 losses in a row. Well-fought game today, but just didn't get over the finish line. Had opportunities both in regulation and in overtime.
Yeah, they played a whole lot better than they did last week against San Diego, but dropped it in OT. So it's a tough one, but hopefully they'll get back on track. And there was a lot of improvement made, it looked like, from my end in that game today.
Absolutely.
So wishing them well the rest of the season. They got a long way to go. We're taking a look at the WCL standings here. So it looks like it's going to be a race between them and Santa Barbara. They've already got the victory over Cal, which was really important. So they've got their whole season ahead of them. They've got their they're 1-0 in league. So
yeah, this is a non-conference game.
Non-conference game. So as tough as that loss is, they can get right back on track. So thanks for hanging out with us for the last couple hours, everyone. And Panthers are going to come out of here with the 11-10 victory. And this is Mark Lee.
And Sean O'Brien signing off, and a shout out to Harriet.
Take it easy, guys.